We're really happy to be launching the customer journey white paper from the GSMA. It adds to a sort of portfolio of work that we've been looking at for the last few years around mobile couponing, digital commerce in retail, and some technology and how we enable coupons and loyalty to appear on your mobile phone and be transferred into retail systems. What we thought was, it's not the complete picture. I want to use my mobile for all sorts of things, not just couponing and loyalty. So, when I'm walking down an aisle in a retail store, are the things that I can interact with digitally, like barcodes or product information? Or, are there use cases that I might want to utilize mobile technology for? So, were we missing anything from just looking at couponing and loyalty and, let's say, contactless payment as well? And there's some evidence that in Orange in France that they've sort of launched a service which looks at a number of use cases, whether it's buying drinks when you're going to the cinema or paying for your parking, using your mobile phone. And they used use cases which were over and above payment, couponing and loyalty. So we thought there was something there. So what we've done is we've brought that information together into this white paper. It's really important to concentrate in this area right now because mobile can be used for all sorts of things. There are many applications out there, lots of different kind of customer journeys or experiences that they can have, or different buttons you press. And in some ways, there's a lot of consistency. So whether it's looking up product information or tapping on a digital screen, they're done in a consistent way, the same way. And the consumer wants to know what they're doing. They want to be confident. Because if it's different in every experience, with every app, they won't know what they're doing. So what we've really got to do is try and find those fundamentally similar things, those items which we can really develop once and utilize many times. And I think that's what we've really tried to do in the paper as well, is just understand those fundamental things. The sort of process that we went through to establish what was important, what the information was that was really important to have for retailers or merchants and consumers, started through 4 or 5 white papers, really starting with mobile couponing and loyalty. There were some aspects of that where we developed the technology around enabling coupons on your phone to be transferred into retail systems. From there, we looked at a use case within Orange. And they had developed and have developed, it's a live service that looks at other aspects of the retail shopper journey. So the things that I might want to do before I leave or whilst I'm travelling to the high street, whilst I'm on the high street and I'm browsing around many different stores. So there are fundamental things that I might want to do time and time again. So we tried to map those based on the Orange use cases. And then we did some retailer interviews and sort of worked with the retailers' service providers as well, so the people who work in and around the retail industry, to understand what's the most important time to be contacting a consumer and how do you want to change their behaviour so that they go and buy something and come back. So we looked at the start of the journey, the planning, we looked at in-store, we looked at the transaction, and we tried to find the most important place to contact that user or consumer with the right technology. Is it text message? Is it multimedia message? Is it a digital sign? And really what we did then is we took the research that we'd now done, we've got a bank of research, and then we went and we used Essential Retail magazine as an opportunity for us to reach out to their readership and ask their retailers, have we got this right? We've got some assumptions now. Have we got it right? And what do you feel is the most important thing to do? And they responded to us extremely well. So we now have not just the white paper, but a great piece of research, which we've also published on GSMA.com. So this body of work that we've done has a number of key findings. Whilst it's really important to get the payment completed, there's a lot of effort and investment which is put into making till systems and point of sale systems work with contactless and with mobile. But actually what we've got to do is a chunk of work before that to get the consumer, who's a shopper, from home into the town, into the store, to pick things up, to get to the transaction. So retailers really found a focus when they were at home, when they're planning what they're going to be doing? Can we incentivize them? Can we communicate them within certain technologies when they're at home? And then can we talk to them when they're in the high street? Can we convert what they're doing? Can we change their behavior? Can we communicate them to them in a way that brings them into store to make a purchase? So to take this piece of research forward, it really combines all the other work that the GSMA has done around mobile in retail, mobile commerce in retail, around couponing and loyalty. So this adds an element to that umbrella of work that we've done. It's not finished though. You know, we've written research findings, we've highlighted key areas where retailers really think this is important. And we need to go back to the operators, the mobile industry, which we are responsible to, and really inform them of the key things that we need to work with the retail industry to develop technology. So part of this work will be really to look at the technology and say, can we do this? Can we combine this with other work that we've already got to enhance that consumer journey, to make things a bit more interoperable across mobile operators, to make retailers be able to work with many operators in a single location? And then we've got to really get a message out there into markets where this technology is growing. And it's a lot of work around working with other associations, like GS1 is a very global organisation that is responsible to the retail industry. And how can we then communicate to the retail industry to say, hey, look, we're trying our best to understand your requirements, make them a reality with the technology, and bring them to life with services that you will actually want to engage your customers with.